Hello scrappers and friends, I'm doing my first video today for my blog. I would have done it on an actual camera, my camera that I have, but we haven't figured out how to get it going so that I can actually record it onto here so I can see it. So today I'm just using my webcam from my laptop, so bear with me until we figure it out. So this is what I'll be using. Today I'm going to show you how to dry emboss and wet emboss and what the difference is. So dry embossing is using like an embossing folder and creating a raised image like this, so it's like textured. And then wet embossing is using a stamp and creating an embossed and raised image using embossing powder and ink. So just like that. So there's two differences. And so for dry embossing, I have my Cuttlebug, which I love. And there's different machines you can use. There is a Sizzix machine, there is a boutique one. There's different ones that you can use, but I have a Cuttlebug, so I'll show you how to use it on my Cuttlebug. Now it comes with two B plates like this, and you'll need those, and then it also comes with an A plate, which you'll need. And to dry emboss, you need embossing folders, which I have a bunch of right here. There are different sizes and different designs. Now I have borders, which are like these, and they go along the edges of paper, so if you want to border a little strip of an embossed image. Or there is 4x6s, just like this. And then there is also 5x7s like this. Now they also do have 12x12 folders. There's not very many of them, but they do have 12x12 folders. My machine will not run 12x12 sheets of paper. There is, I think, a couple machines out there that will, but this one does not, so I do not have any of those. So today I'm going to use the chevron pattern and show you how to use the Cuttlebug. So all you need is a piece of paper. Now you can use multiple materials. You can use paper, you can use like packaging material like this. I have heard of people using aluminum, but I have not tried that yet, and I've heard that it can actually ruin your machine or ruin something, so you might want to be careful with that. But a lot of people like the technique to be able to do that. So two different kinds of materials you can use. I love the plastic material, using that to emboss, and I like the paper material. So today I'll show you how to use paper on how to create a raised image. So all you need to do is take your embossing folder and then open it up and then stick your paper in just like so. And then you want to stick your paper in between the two B plates just like so. And then stick it on top of your A plate. And then you open up your Cuttlebug just like so. And it does have a suction on the bottom of it, which sticks to the table so it won't move. And then there's also a lever like this that folds in, so it's easier for storing, but this helps bring the folder through. You do not need any cords or plugins or anything like that, which is really nice. So you don't use up outlet space. So all you do is you take your folders and go through this machine by cranking it. And as you see, it is coming through the other side as I'm cranking it. Comes out the other end, and then you just pull it out and then tuck this away. And then take your folder out, and voila! You can use this on a card, on a layout, whatever you want. And there's all different patterns. Like I said, I have like chevron, I have like a wood grain pattern, which is really cool. There's like polka dots, there's like flowers, there's all sorts of different embossing folders, and they are just awesome. I love them. And I don't have very many of them. I keep mine stored in this little bin that I have that I got at the dollar. Like, I think I got this at a garage sale for like really cheap. So this is what I store them in right now. Eventually I will probably put them somewhere else, but that's what I have now. So that's how you dry emboss. So this is dry embossing. And now I'm going to show you how to wet emboss. Now, wet emboss, all you need to do is take a sheet of paper, just like this. Get your embossing ink. Now you can use embossing ink or you can use embossing pens. This is where you can like only ink a certain area of the stamp, or if you want to use your own handwriting and emboss it, like raise it on the paper, whatever you want. This thing is pretty cool. I'm pretty glad I bought it. You can get these on Amazon or probably like Michael's and Joann's and stuff. I believe I ordered this off of Joann's. Just an embossing pen. Just has ink in it. And you have embossing powders, which there's all different kinds. You got like sparkles, you got like green, you got blue. I'm going to use silver today. There's all different kinds and colors, and I even have a glow-in-the-dark one, which is really cool. So this time I'm going to use silver so it shows up. So all you need to do is take your embossing ink, take your stamp, which I got this stamp at Michael's in the $1.50 bin. It says Beautiful You. And all I'm doing is taking the stamp, stamping it on the page just like a normal stamp, like that. And it barely shows up, but it is there because it is clear embossing ink, so you can see it. And then before I put the powder on, I normally put it underneath a piece of scrap paper, like so. And then I take embossing powder, sprinkle it on there in the area. And the reason why I put scrap paper underneath is so that all the excess can go on the paper and not all over my table. And then you just kind of tap the excess off like so. So you get this really cool, just like the stamp, just like that. Beautiful You. And then put your lid on that. And then to heat this up and melt that powder, you need an embossing tool, which I got this one. It folds up. It's pretty nice. Just like that. And I got it at Hobby Lobby. And it's Paper Studio brand. I got it for 50% off, so I got it really cheap. I really like it. I have no problems with it so far. There are other heat guns out there that might be better, but I like this one so far, and it works for me, so this is what I use. And it sounds like a hairdryer, but it's not. It doesn't actually like blow air out, kind of. It just heats up. So I don't use a hairdryer, and this is totally different, so I don't think a hairdryer would work. I was told to use a heat tool, do not use a hairdryer, so this is what I'm going to use. It sounds like a hairdryer when I turn it on, so I'm going to turn it on. You got low, off, and high, so I'm going to turn it on high. Like I said, it sounds like a hairdryer, but it's not. And all you do is you run it over this. Now it does get really warm, so you got to be careful about that, because it could burn you. So sometimes people use tweezers to hold the paper so that they don't burn themselves. And I don't know if you could see, but it's actually melting it. And it's pretty cool watching it. And it just raises it off the page. So it's kind of textured. And once that's all melted and good, I just put it away. And you have this raised image, and it's dry, so you're good to touch it and all that stuff. But yeah, and then that's wet embossing. And I don't know if you can see how raised it is. It's pretty cool, though. But yeah, so that's dry embossing using this, dry embossing, and then wet embossing using your heat gun. And that's the difference. So thank you for viewing my first video. I have a lot to learn, so bear with me. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helped you see the difference between dry and wet embossing, and also show you, maybe teach you on how to do it, and maybe learn a new technique. Thank you.